Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy, and in my channel I talk about plants and my life and journey with my plants. Today I'm really excited to show you guys a Hoya haul. Is there anything I want to tell you guys about? Anything else I want to tell you guys about? Actually, I have plans to invite my husband to do a video with me this coming week, so hopefully we get it done, and that should be this coming Sunday. I hope it's gonna be fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. I think that's all the updates. Yeah, I don't have anything else. And without further ado, let's just look at the Hoyas. Maybe I'll just show you the Hoya that I got from my friend Helen. This is the Hoya that I have been wanting, but then sometimes when I look for plants, I don't look, what is a good way of putting it? So the plant that I'm talking about is Hoya Nova Ghost. And I have seen some specimens that are really, really cute, and also some specimens that look really a lot quite like my Hoya Gray Ghost. So I've been keeping an eye out for Hoya Nova Ghost, but I haven't found one that I just like really fell in love with. But then I keep hearing from like a few people saying that the Hoya Nova Ghost is much easier to grow than Hoya Gray Ghost. So I have been wanting to have one to try to grow out. And then my friend Helen posted this particular cutting on her Instagram story, and I just asked her, like, kind of complimented and like hinted. I guess did I tell her that I want one? Anyway, so back when she first posted this Hoya, she wasn't selling it. But then she posted this cutting again, and I once again commented on how beautiful it is. And she told me that she was selling the bottom cutting of this particular cutting. So anyway, so I was really, really happy that I got to have it. And anyways, I'll just show you the Hoya. It's so much talking. And this is the Hoya. Why isn't it focusing? And this is the Hoya. I think it's super cute. It's like a rounder form in the leaf. And something really cool about this Hoya is that it is a reverted Argentea princess. So Helen cut this off because it reverted. And I have actually seen some people having success bringing the variegation back into this Hoya after it's been reverted. So that would be kind of cool if it happens. But honestly, I think it's so beautiful, like as this like silver Hoya. But yeah, Argentea Princess is just like, I guess 10 times more like pricier than the Nova Ghost. But I'm so happy with this one. It's just super cute, and I'm so happy to have gotten it. So thank you again, Helen. All right, okay. So let's, I'll show you guys the imports that I got. So the person who organized the import, her name is Rosie, and she is on Facebook. Maybe I'll post a link to her Facebook group. And she's in Canada, and I think she ships Canada-wide. So anyways, I'll put the information in the description box below. And she's really, really organized and very like responsive, and I really enjoy working with her. You guys have seen my other import acclimation videos. This is what I do. I put them in a Ziploc bag to like give them maximum humidity, and then I put it on top of something warm, so then it encourages root growth. Pretty much without fail, every time I receive an imported Hoya, the roots are just total root rot. I think they go through a pretty harsh chemical treatment before it was allowed to be shipped. So yeah, all the roots, I had to like chop it all off, and I'm re-rooting in pond. So none of them are rooted at the moment. I'm just gonna take the first one out. First one I want to show you guys is Hoya POTTSII Splash. I really enjoy growing my Hoya POTTSII, the green form. So when I saw that there is the splash version for sale, I want to give it a try too. Although I have to say, like, I'm not the most attracted to this particular like form of splash. I don't know what it is. It just, yeah. It is really beautiful, and the POTTSII leaves are so glossy and so firm. So for this one, I did what I usually do when I reroot Hoyas. I took a cutting, can you see, from the original cutting to like root 2 in here. And the leaves were decently firm, so I felt pretty confident that it should be okay to reroot. And also because I've had a good experience with the normal POTTSII, that one was also an import, and it rooted really well and very quickly. So yeah, I feel pretty confident that one's going to root. So for Rosie, this next one I want to show you. When she imports Hoya, she just imports so many, and sometimes there are some extra in the shipment that no one has claimed. So she'll also post those to see if anybody wants it. And because I already have plans to go pick up her Hoyas, so when I saw that this one was an extra that she was offering, I asked her to. I got this one from her too, and this one is the HOYA CINNAMOMIFOLIA splash. Super adorable, and it's got a pretty decent, healthy looking new vine on the side. So hopefully it grows well and stays well. I did ask her to see if the seller is willing to show her a picture of the mother plant, because I kind of want to see like how stable the splash is. Online, I can't really find much information about this Hoya. Yeah, I don't know if it's actually like a stable thing. Maybe it's just like a one leaf that's splashy that they're selling. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they get back to her and send her the mother plant, then I'll have a little bit more information about that Hoya. And then have another 2 here. So you can see like there's so much condensation in the Ziploc bag. I would air it out daily because I don't want so much moisture to stay on the leaves. And the reason being, I'll show you this one. So this one is HOYA Daikii cross HOYA Finlaysonii chicken farm, and I really like both of those Hoyas. So when I saw that their hybrid is on the list, I wanted to try growing it. I have a pretty easy time growing the Daikii. But I have a hard time with a chicken farm. The chicken farm hasn't been doing well for me. So this Hoya arrived, and it looks so much like my Hoyas filana that I just got from Hoya, etc. And Hoyas filana is also a cross between Daikii and Finlaysonii. So I'm wondering if these are actually the same, like the same hybrid. But I was a little bit worried about, like, anyways, this is a Hoya. Very beautiful. But I'm a little bit concerned about these red marks. Last time around, I don't know if you guys remember, but I'll post a photo of it. The Hoya that I imported with her, the Hoya Joy Cross Jennifer, also had these red marks, and I didn't think much of it. I thought it was just like a surface marking, but then it ended up spreading to almost all the other leaves. So this time when I noticed these marks, I sent her the picture right away, and she says she'll inform the seller, and they may just send a replacement. You know, it was super cold and they're all really limp, so I'm a little bit concerned. Hopefully they do well. The next one I'm the most concerned about because the leaves are it's not very succulent Hoya, so it just kind of feels so flimsy. But I have had flimsier Hoyas that were imported and that bounced back really well, so hopefully this one will be the case. Hoya Cystiantha Splash. Oh, but it says silver spot. The ones I have seen, the foliage is much darker. I think this is so light in color because of the stress it's gone through. Yeah, anyways, this one has been on my wish list actually, but I'm a little bit worried about her. She's just so flimsy, and the leaves are, you know, like I said, they're not really succulent to begin with. So any stress, like the leaves could just drop very easily. So we'll just see how it goes. I'll keep you guys updated. It's a really beautiful Hoya. And then I have 3 more to show you guys that I got from North Shore Tropical. I got these plastic boxes on Amazon. Maybe I'll post a link to this box. This is actually meant for people to display their sneakers, I guess. But they turn out to be really like good for locking in humidity. So it comes in a pack of 3. So I use it to kind of isolate plants or acclimate plants, and then there's just like this door you can just open. Okay, let's see the Hoyas inside. Actually, I haven't put the IDs in them. I really need to get on top of that. Sometimes I forget, and then I just never have the ID on the Hoyas, and then, you know, after a while I just forget what they're called. I think the first one is, hold on, Hoya AH040. Ugh, the water is dripping out. Isn't that so pretty? I feel like I have quite a few Hoyas like similar looking to this one, but it's the same as my like affection or like obsession with heart-shaped leaves and philodendrons. This type of Hoyas, like oval and veiny, I just feel like I can't get enough of them. This reminds me a little bit like my viola and a little bit of my Larissa. It's just so pretty. Oh, let me tell you about this. So she always like ships her Hoyas, in my experience, in sphagnum moss. And I didn't have a really good time taking care of them the last time around when I left them in the sphagnum moss. And my plans was always to reroot the Hoyas that I get from her in pond anyways. But when I received these Hoyas, one of them, the roots were not so great, so I didn't feel bad cutting it out. But the other 2, they rooted so well in sphagnum moss, and it really pained me to like chop off those roots to reroot in pond. But you know, those roots, I wouldn't have been able to transfer them into pond. They would just rot anyways. And I really didn't want to keep these new Hoyas in the sphagnum moss. I really enjoy using pond these days, so it had to be done, but it was not easy. Yeah, I didn't have a good time doing it. Okay, that's the first one. So pretty. The next one is called Hoya AH032. And it's beautiful. It reminds me a little bit of my Meredithii, which doesn't grow for me. But it's darker and the veins are more subtle. And I like the little, like, I don't know, kind of the bumps in the leaves. Isn't that so pretty? And for this Hoya, it's got this new vine and then another little new vine in here too. Although now they all have to reroot, so I'm not gonna be seeing any new growth for quite some time. But like, check out how big these leaves are. Yeah, I didn't expect the Hoyas to turn out this big. And then finally, the last one. It's so gorgeous, and immediately after I took it out from the box, I broke off a new leaf. So that kind of just soured my mood for lunch. It's hard to remember these names because they're just like letters and numbers. This one is Hoya SP-1. There you go. This is the Hoya SP-1. Look how huge it is. And this is the newest leaf. Hi, Buddha. What are you doing? Hi. Hey, Buddha, can you get back? I'm still making... Okay, bye. There you go. So gorgeous. And it's just such a big Hoya. Isn't that so pretty? Yeah, so none of these Hoyas have roots. They all need to be rerooted. Hopefully they do okay. Anyways, I hope you guys like these Hoyas. Let me know if there's any particular one that stood out to you. And I've been feeling like kind of a bad Hoya mom. I feel like none of my Hoyas, like very few of my Hoyas are growing. Let me know if your Hoyas are growing for you. I'm thinking maybe it's because it's getting so cold, but I'm always just thinking like I'm doing something, maybe I'm doing something wrong. What could I do more to support them? But yeah, but I guess I need to just be patient and let them do their own thing. Yeah, and step back a little bit. I think I'm checking on them too much, and which end up like making me watering them a little bit too much. And then it's just like, that just leads to root rot. Please let me know how yours are doing, and I will see you guys soon again. Bye.